Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today is the day that we are getting that funded account. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not taking a loss today. Well, let me not say I'm not taking a loss today. I'm not going to try to overtrade today just to get the funded account, right? So, coming into NQ today, what do we have? We have some reasons to go short. If we look at the daily time frame on NQ, we're bearish and we're inside of a daily fair value gap. On a 4-hour time frame, we are bullish. However, this can possibly be just a retrace into the higher time frame confluence, which is that higher time frame daily fair value gap that we see. On ES, we're bearish on the daily as well. As you can see, on the 4-hour time frame, I want you guys to pay attention to something. We have SMT divergence. Look at these highs right here. These are 4-hour highs that we took out on ES, February 27th highs, right? Go back to NQ. On NQ, these same highs were not taken out. But you see how ES is already moving down? And we have displacement on the 1-minute time frame? The same thing is happening for NQ. Even though we didn't take out those same highs, we still got the movement. So once one pair does something, the other pair will follow. And market just opened. We got a big drop. We took out these 30-minute highs. We got displacement to the downside, break of structure, a fill of this 1-minute fair value gap right here. And as you can see, we're just respecting fair value gaps on the way down. So what am I looking for now? I'm looking for any reason to go short. Whether we retrace into this 5-minute fair value gap right here, 5-minute order block right here, whether we retrace into a 1-minute order block and get significant momentum to the downside. You know what I'm saying? We have options. We have options. Now, let me just mark this off. Boom, bow. And we just, well, not yet. Almost. We're about to tap into this 5-minute order block right here. And guys, this is an order block because it created displacement. It created a fair value gap. As you can see on the 5-minute time frame on NQ, we have a gap right here, slight little gap, but this is still classified as an order block. So I'm waiting for price to come into this order block and give us some displacement to the downside. Now, with that displacement, I also want to see a 1-minute fair value gap get filled. To 5-minute liquidity just took out. This is 1-hour liquidity here on ES. On NQ, we took out this 30-minute liquidity, so I don't have to have it on the drawing board again. Market just opened. Right now it's currently 9:32 a.m. Maybe we sweep these highs and come to the downside. These are hourly highs. Just took them out. 5-minute order block. Let me see something. Oof. Oof. Now I gotta be careful because if we want to buy, we have bullish confluences down here on NQ. We have an hourly imbalance that we just took out, 1-hour fair value gap, as well as 15-minute liquidity that we just swept. On ES, we didn't sweep 15-minute liquidity, but we just tapped into and we respected this 1-hour imbalance right here. So let me take off these 4-hour highs. And let me see. Oh, we don't have, let me check the news before we even start. I keep Forgetting. Today's March 3rd, right? Yeah, today's March 3rd. We don't have any significant news. Just, a little red folder at 10 o'clock. But nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. I do want to see a push down because the higher time frames are bearish. And I want to see how this candle closes on this 5-minute order block. We have 14 seconds. If it closes all the way up here, I'm going to invalidate this order block, bro. Because this looks like a... Yeah, I don't like how that candle closed. I'm not going to lie. These are also 15-minute highs. 15-minute liquidity here. Let me take off the bullish confluences for now. Okay. We should get a push to the downside now, hopefully. NQ took out 1 hour highs. ES took out 15-minute highs. Looking for a leg down. Looking for a leg down now. Yeah, guys. Now we're pushing to the downside 100%. There's no reason for price to come back up here. I'm waiting for a break of structure, and we should be golden to enter a trade. Look at this momentum. Okay, ES got the break of structure. If ES respects this fair value gap right here, I will sell on NQ. I will sell on NQ. But I need to see how... Oh, well, it's not a fair value gap anymore because the candle didn't close. It was a premature fair value gap. But guys, I'll be right back. I don't want to have you guys waiting in. I'll come back when I enter a trade, and I'll tell you guys exactly why. You know the usual. So I'll be right back in about 5 seconds. All right, guys. We're in the trade. Currently. And I'm going to explain to you guys the confluences for this trade, as I always do. Why does this say 4 hour fair value gap? Let's change that. 1 minute. Perfect. So as you can see, market opened up. We took out these 1 hour highs. Overall bullish was bearish, by the way, because both ES and NQ were bearish on the daily time frame. We tapped into this 1 minute fair value gap after sweeping these 1 hour highs, which confirms like the legs down. So as you know, we have a higher highs, lower lows, lower highs. It retraced into the 1 minute fair value gap. Look at the momentum outside of that fair value gap. Big body candles, what we know and love. Price created this 1 minute fair value gap, came up into this fair value gap, created a high. Now, as you can see, look, a move up followed by a move down. ICT said himself that these are the most protected highs when it comes to confluences and placing a stop loss. The highs created after tapping into a fair value gap. Now, I put my stop loss not above the fair value gap because that's too big, but pretty much like an area by the highs, because price should not come back up here if we are selling. ES respected this 1 minute fair value gap and is currently still displacing to the downside. I don't want to jinx it, but we are. Look, a 1 minute fair value gap, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. Created a new fair value gap. Now I have to be cautious because on NQ, we just tapped into hourly lows, as you can see right here. But who knows, hopefully we get a push to the downside. My ultimate target are these 4 hour lows right here. But yeah, we'll monitor this trade as we go along. 1 hour lows. These are what? March 2nd. March 2nd. These are March 3rd. These are March 2nd right here. So coincidentally, the 4-hour lows and the 1-hour lows here are the same, as you can see. So this might be a good area that price might be drawn to. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much what the trade, where my head is at when it comes to this trade. ES is still going to the downside. Let me see if it respected this fair value gap. It's looking for a big push to the downside on ES now. And then we should be golden. But yeah, guys, I'm taking sells today. If we lose, we lose. If we win, we win. This could be the make or break trade. We don't know. Currently, right now, well, equity is at 52.1. Oops, stop loss might be hit. It might have been a liquidity sweep. It might have been a liquidity sweep. Oh, but we're also inside of a 5-minute fair value gap, which I did not see. Does ES have a 5-minute? ES does not have a 5-minute. So this could just be a fake out. I don't know. ES did not respect that 1-minute fair value gap. We're down 100. I'm bringing my stop loss down, guys. I'm not even playing with any capital right now. I don't care if we get stopped out. This probably, yeah, these 1-hour lows was probably a liquidity sweep. Yep, see, look at that displacement. We're getting stopped out. Yeah, see, stopped out. Yeah, guys, so those 1-hour lows acted as a liquidity sweep, as you can see. Yep, look at that. So on ES didn't have hourly lows, but I guess it did. No, these are 30-minute lows. But yeah, guys, so that's why I always, and I'm not even upset that I lost that trade, because I know what I know, right? I know for a fact that once we get a tap into a fair value gap, the high that it created in that fair value gap should not be disrespected. And if it is disrespected, then that fair value gap might be disrespected overall. But I didn't even peep. It would have played out properly if I noticed that we had a 5-minute fair value gap here. Because what I could have done was wait for displacement outside of this fair value gap, you know? Which sucks. What is the account at? 51.8. That's fine. But yeah, guys. Yo, listen. I do not want to take another trade today at all. I'm gonna call it a day here and live to trade another day. I'm not playing with this capital. I'm too close to make any errors right now, guys. So we lost about 300. Normally I risk about 400 to 500 a trade, but in this scenario, since we're this close and I thought that we were gonna go down, it should have went down, and the fact that I got stopped out means that price is gonna fuck around in this area or reverse. And if it does go down, guys, then it is what it is. But yeah, I don't wanna. Oh look, of course it goes down now. But but yeah, guys, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I'm not taking another trade today. I cannot afford to make any mistakes. I'm too close to getting funded, and it's only Monday. You know, there's 4 other trading days in this week, and I'll be here tomorrow. All right, guys, you guys have a great day. Oh, you know what I can do though? I can switch the account. What is this? Yeah, I have another account, but and normally when I do take an L, I switch the account and I trade on that account. So what I'll do in this case is, if this account, I'll trade on this account, and I'll see if we get a confluence to take another sell. But the account that I'm close to getting funded for, I'm not trading on today. So if we get a fill in this fair value gap and a retracement down, I'll take a trade. If not, I'm calling it quits for today, guys. All right, so I'll put it on pause again, and we'll see what we got. All right, guys, we are in another trade. Like I said, I swapped the accounts. So as you can see, this is the account that this is my second account, not the one that I'm close to getting funded on. But we are up big right now. And like I told you guys, we got a respect of this 1 minute fair value gap. As you can see right here, we created a high inside of it, put the stop loss above the high because we got a red candle outside of the move. And that high should not be violated. If that high gets violated, then the trade idea itself is not valid anymore. In my opinion, in my personal experience, that's what I notice about fair value gaps and what candles retrace into them. If that high gets violated, man, then that idea itself is no longer valid. But it sucks because this is up $500, and if I would have re-entered on my main account, I would have been up $500. But remember, I stuck to my rules, stuck to my manifestations, and I told you that once we lose on a trade on one account, we have to switch over to the other account. Up $900, Jesus Christ! I would have got funded on my other account. Oh man, that sucks. But yeah, ES did the same thing, guys. ES created bless me. ES created a 1 minute fair value gap, respected it, didn't come up to those highs again, and we're going to the downside. Ultimate target was these 4-hour lows, and that's what we're headed to right now. I would have got funded on my account if I held. Damn, man. It is what it is. Moving stop loss to break even. TP soon be hit. Oh man, that sucks, bro. That honestly sucks. Yeah. So our second account, we made 1150, and it's crazy. I'm not even upset because I made money. I can't be upset. But I'm just upset at the fact that, number one, I hope you guys learn from this, right? What I should have done in that first trade was this. I should have, first of all, I got confused with the two pairs. I thought I was looking at ES for some reason. I thought I was looking at ES. I remember how I told you guys we created in this 1 minute, forget this 5 minute fair value gap, but this 1 minute fair value gap right here, right? Price didn't go into it. On ES, it went into it right here. And this was the high that it created. This high right here. This white line right here. As you can see, it came up close to it, but it never tapped into that high. On NQ, we did not get a fair value gap respected into it until I got stopped out. And what I'm trying to show you guys is this. Look, on the 1 minute time frame, 1 minute fair value gap. Cool. Right here, right? There was no candle. My stop loss was above these highs because for some reason I thought I was looking at ES, but I got confused. My stop loss should have been up here because this 1 minute fair value gap never got mitigated on NQ. It never got mitigated. And as you guys can see, since ES and NQ moved together, ES got the mitigation of the fair value gap, but the high never got traded above. It never got traded above. This retrace on ES was for NQ to get a tap into that fair value gap. And this should have been the high that we put our stop loss above. That is the problem. But I should have re-entered on my other account. It is what it is, man. Like, we got the account to 51.8, which is $1,000 short of what the other account is on. But damn, man, I would have, oh my gosh, bro. I would have got funded on this account today, man. But we live to trade another day. I'm not upset. Look, I'm creating another fair value gap right here. And I want to just show you guys something, right? I'm going to go on my demo account. I'm going to log out of my Tradeovate, and I'm going to go on my paper trading account, right? And I want to show you guys something because this is what I learned off of back testing. On this fair value gap right here, right? This 1 minute fair value gap. I'm going to enter a sell. Look. Oh, 10 o'clock, right? Yeah, 10 o'clock news just hit. But I'm going to enter a sell. I don't know why it's not letting me enter a cell. Okay, enter the cell. I'm gonna put my stop loss above this high. Hold on. My stop loss is above this high. All right. I'm gonna put my take profit like at a 1-to-1. This, oh my gosh, man. I don't know. The news is messing up my platform. But this is what ICT calls a intermediate term high. An intermediate term high is a high that should be respected if the trend is going to continue. Meaning, if we trade above this high and we get stopped out, the trend is not going to continue in our direction. And we also remember this is 4-hour liquidity, so price can reverse off of it. But I'm just saying, if we get stopped out here, we should expect a reversal. And that's what I learned, and that's what I always do when it comes to putting my stop loss and take profits. I put my stop loss above the highs that were mitigated from a 1 minute fair value gap or any confluence of that matter. Because let me see on ES if we did the same thing. Yeah, even ES created a 1 minute fair value gap here. Look. ES created a 1 minute fair value gap here. Right? So this high right here, this white line right here should not be tapped into, should not be traded above. And if it does get traded above, then expect a reversal. Because we just took out 4-hour lows. And we just had news. So that can definitely have price going in the opposite way. But if the trend is still bearish, we should go to the downside. And we also filled in a 4-hour fair value gap, so we could be bullish right now. Who knows? But yeah, just keep that into consideration, guys. And I'm gonna show you exactly when I pause this and repause what happened. All right, because I don't want you guys to be waiting here for absolutely nothing. Let me see something. Yeah. That high should not be traded above at all. So I'm gonna pause it here and I'm gonna show you guys the results of this fake trade in a second. Hold on. All right, but yeah, so we did get stopped out, which proves to me that this is definitely gonna be a reversal, because look at this sweep. Both pairs, look, NQ tapped into a 4-hour fair value gap and took out 4-hour lows. ES tapped into a 4-hour fair value gap and took out 4-hour lows. And just to show you guys, I'll draw it out. This is a 4-hour fair value gap with 4-hour liquidity right there. And on NQ, we have a 4-hour fair value gap and took out 4-hour liquidity. Now, guys, that's a reversal. But damn, man, like I'm not upset that I what's it called? I'm not upset that I lost that trade. I'm upset because I didn't realize that I was looking at the wrong pair, like ES, and I was looking. I'm talking and I'm explaining why I'm entering the trade, and I'm like, wait a minute, the ES didn't tap into NQ didn't tap into the fair value gap. Because I thought I was looking at ES, because ES tapped into the fair value gap, but NQ only tapped into the fair value gap up here. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll be here tomorrow. I'm gonna have to trade on this account, and yeah, I will. I'll be here tomorrow, and the day after that, and hopefully, this is the week that I get funded. It wasn't today, unfortunately, guys. But yeah, that's just how trading goes, man. It's not when you want it, it's when it's right to happen. You guys take care, have a good one. Stay profitable, stay blessed. See you tomorrow.